Just a physical specimen is the only way to describe him. And when I stood next to him, I was like, no, he can't be that big. When he comes towards you, you start realizing, oh, this is 185 pounds of muscle. Right. This guy right here is going to deliver from day one. And I'm putting an open conversation out there right now. 20 goals before Christmas.
Old faces, new places, a couple of strikers that are at new clubs this season trying to make an impact for their moves. Jonathan David, obviously, with Lille, 49 matches, 25 goals, 13 assists, the Canadian international. Liam Delap moving to Chelsea, 13 goals and 3 assists last year for Ipswich Town. And, of course, the big one, Viktor Gyökeres, 54 goals in Portugal for Sporting and 13 assists as well on his way to Arsenal. We're going to break down these three players and what we can expect from them next season. Let's start with the Canadian international, Jonathan David, who moves to Juventus from Lille. Love this move for him, in my opinion. I think it's the natural progression of things. He's been a very reliable goal scorer, not only in Ligue 1, but also in the Champions League for Lille, and now moves to Juventus. What is your outlook for him going to Juve, a club that is now back in the Champions League and really trying to make an impact this season to get back to where they were?
I'm going to give him a pass year one, because I always say that no matter what, when you're a free agent and you could go to any club across Europe, there's going to be a spotlight on you automatically, because people are going to be like, well, is he worth that? We know the signing bonus would have been nice for him as an individual. He's now moving from Lille, where he's shown it season after season after season, consistency. You now go to a massive club with expectations on your shoulders every year. And I'm going to give him a pass League One, year one, only because of one thing. I want to see what he's like tactically. I already know from a technical ability what he's able to do. He's as cool as anybody across Europe in front of goal. We already know versatile, can play deep, can go further across the line, can play anywhere in that final third. But now you're going to go into a different environment tactically, and how do you adapt to the low block? The few times I did watch Jonathan David last year live, I realised that Lille kind of struggled when they had a low block, and I was trying to work out whether or not it was their focal point, because he has an ability sometimes to drop in and want to get touches when he's not getting the ball in terms of in that defensive third. So I just want to see what he does in terms of an adaptability, first of all. Just give him an opportunity to settle into Italy, understand what this game is going to bring to him, but he is a real talent. 25 years old, he's got it all, left foot, right foot, can go in behind. I just love him as a forward. I really, really do.
I do too, and I think it gives Igor Tudor a different profile of striker. We know that it will have some competition. Juve still want Rendo Kolomuani. They want him back. Dusan Vlahovic is still there. Interesting to see what's going to happen with him. Obviously, he was kind of everyone expected a lot more of him, and he hasn't been able to kind of deliver to the level that we expected. Jonathan David's going to have to compete for his spot, but does his kind of different type of role, a different type of playing style that he has, give him a good opportunity to break into this team?
No. When you're the man and you come across Europe and you've done what you've done in the French league and you come here, they're buying you for who you are and what you've demonstrated so far. So as much as we can talk about, oh, everybody has to adapt to him, I personally think that he doesn't have to do any adaptation whatsoever. Just play your game and showcase what you can do. And I really do think he will deliver in Juventus. I'm just giving him a pass in year one, because sometimes you don't give strikers enough just leeway. So I want him just to adapt culturally and understand the tactical approach, first of all.
I think if he does, I think he'll be a massive part, not just with his goal scoring, but with his creative ability, right? Being able to drop a little deeper, being able to, go outside, move the ball outside to a Yildiz, to a Kolomuani if he's in together with him in the lineup. It'll be really interesting to see just how he's deployed by Igor Tudor. Let's move on to our next player, and it's Liam Delap.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
And this is an interesting one, because he kind of came in and was going to be the guy, it was going to be the number 9, and the curse of the Chelsea number 9 was going to end. But then they bring in Joao Pedro, and he has an incredible end of the Club World Cup. Again, what are your expectations for Liam Delap this season? It would seems to be a strike partnership with multiple players at leading the line for Chelsea.
This is Chelsea's number 9. I'm telling you now, this is Chelsea's number 9, not just for now, but the foreseeable future. Someone that can automatically pick up from where he left off with Ipswich. We only saw it in glimpses in terms of when he was playing for Kieran McKenna, but I'm telling you, he's going to have consistent service now. And everyone's talking about the question marks. Oh, will it be him? Will it be Joao Pedro? Will it be Nico Jackson, who's still there? It will be Liam Delap. Okay. He will be the number 9 that is going to lead the line, and everybody else has to work around him, because he has something that nobody else has. Directness, explosive, strength, and can play up front by himself. I know they're going to turn around and say, well, what about Nico Jackson? He can do the same. not at this level. This guy, and I'm old enough to remember this, resembles James Beattie for all those older fans. That 2002, 2003 season, I watched him score 20-plus goals in the Premier League by just being a physical force. He already has the connection in terms of with the coaching staff there, who have seen him right through from the Man City coaching academy. So this guy right here is going to hit the ground running and showcase why he's one of the best talents in England.
It's interesting. You're confident that he's going to be
very,
the
very
number
confident.
9. They do have so many players in the front. We didn't even mention Christian Nkunku, who is also there as well. Is he going to play winger? Is he going to play forward? He will have to battle for it, but I like your confidence with it. He had 12 goals last season in 40 matches for Ipswich Town. We move on to North London. And the signing that everyone was waiting for is finally done. Viktor Gyökeres is now an Arsenal player. He is now a Gooner. What do you make of this signing? There's a lot of, I think there's a lot of controversy here where some Arsenal fans are not very excited about the move, and others are very excited about the move. We won't mention any names of some of the guys that are back here at Golazo Network, but you know, I think there is some debate over how good he can be for Arsenal. What do you expect?
Arsenal fans, strap yourselves in. This is what you've been waiting for. I know. It's been a long time coming, but there's a reason why they gave him 14, because men lie, women lie, but numbers do not lie. 54 goals is nothing to sneeze at. He's done it in the European Champions League. We've already seen that. He's done it over in Portugal. He has a glimpse in terms of what English football is like. I'm young enough to say that I went and watched him. See, I switched it this time. For Coventry City, and I could see from then, physical, better than everybody, just a physical specimen is the only way to describe him. And when I stood next to him, I was like, no, he can't be that big. When he comes towards you, you start realising, oh, this is 185 pounds of muscle. Right. This guy right here is going to deliver from day one. And I'm putting an open conversation out there right now. 20 goals before Christmas. I've said it, all competitions, 20 goals before Christmas, because Viktor Gyökeres, there is a reason why people wanted him across Europe. There is a reason why he has the celebration, and there's a reason why Arsenal paid all of that money. He is going to deliver. 27 years old. I'm ready.
And that's where I kind of come in and argue the fans that aren't very excited about this or don't think he'll have success. He's 27. He's not just some kid. He is a big, physical striker that I think really can be ready for the Premier League instantly, right away. And I do think he's going to have success for this Arsenal side. I also think that he doesn't need to score 40 goals. He doesn't need to score 40 goals for Arsenal. They have enough players where he can score 25, 27, 28 goals, and that's a successful season because he's going to have so many players around him that are going to be giving him service, other players scoring on this team as well. So I do think it will be interesting to see, but also he doesn't have to press too much. He doesn't have to go and try to score 45 goals.
I like that. What you said right there is important. He doesn't have to be the main man every single night. And he's going to enjoy that, because what people aren't circling, and Steph, you said it to me in the break, the assists. Yeah. Think about how much he's bringing everybody else into play. He already has demonstrated he can be a team player with elite players around him. What's going to happen now when you have Havertz to distribute to, Saka to distribute to, Madueke to distribute to? Right. Oh, Arsenal fans should be smiling. They should be smiling ear to ear, because this is the player that they have wanted and that could give them the final piece for that Premier League trophy.
If you're a betting man, look at Martin Odegaard's assists, because he's going to be loving life with Gyökeres above him and ahead of him this season to help set up and create a lot more goals. All right. We're going to talk about who's going to score the most goals. We did a little over-under for each of these players. Each of us have over-under. This is Jaydee's. This is yours. Walk us through it, my man.
Well, Jonathan David, I've already said I'm giving him year one off, because he has showcased to me that 20 goals in a season for him is light work, what we call it. He can do that season after season after season. But when you sign a 5-year deal, just allow him a year to tactically adapt to what Italy is going to bring to him. Liam Delap, 11.5 is an easy win. Easy win. He's going to have service, he's going to have opportunities, and more importantly, I said already, he's with a coach that understands his game and knows how to bring the best out of him. And this man right here, I know the use demonstrates that we're saying under, but 54, unless your name is Cristiano or Leo, that doesn't happen every day. So what we're going to turn around and say now, he won't hit 54, but I'm thinking in the high 30s, definitely for Viktor Gyökeres in season 1.
I can see it. But I'm going way different than you.
Oh, I like
I'm a
this.
lot more conservative than you are on this one.
Whoa!
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in just a second. Over 18.5 for Jonathan David. You mentioned giving him a little bit of time. I think he will go over 18.5, but I think his assist numbers will be a lot higher than what they've been in. He had 12 assists last year, so it's not like he's, we didn't have a lot of assists. He did. I think he'll have 20 goals. I think he'll be up there with like 15 assists for Juventus next season. I think he'll play a massive part. Liam Delap, over 9.5. I went a little bit lower because I think there's going to be so much competition. You are very confident that he's going to be leading the line. And I'm not sure. Joao Pedro has looked really good. He's been in the Premier League for a little bit longer than Liam Delap. So I kind of like, I do think he'll have more than 10 goals, but I don't think it's going to be that much. And then finally, Viktor Gyökeres. Look.
You got to see me in the back after this.
We might have to chat. Under 23.5, I'm going to say it because I'm going to give him a little time to get into it. I think he'll score 22 goals, 21 goals. I think he'll have about 15 assists. I don't think he needs to score 40 goals.
Just remember the celebration.
He needs to. And he's got the celebration ready to go.